Hi, I'm Aaron from Badger Utility, and today I'm going to show you how to do three things. Check for suspension bushing wear, check the wear washers on the suspension bushings, and check the shock bushing wear as well. So let's get started. We'll start with the suspension bushings. To check those if they're worn or not, we'll measure from the bottom of the arm to the bottom of the hanger. I've taken my ruler and I've put a black line on the 3/4 inch mark to make it easier to see. I'll put the ruler on the bottom of the suspension arm and I'm measuring from the bottom of the arm to the bottom of the hanger. Anything less than 3/4 of an inch, the bushings are okay. Anything more than 3/4 of an inch, the bushings are worn and need to be replaced. These are under 3/4 of an inch, they can stay in service. Another thing we're going to check for is the wear washers. Now the wear washers are the plastic circles on the outside of the suspension arm. Those protect the hanger from wear while the suspension arm is moving. Now, if you see the washers are cupped, torn, or missing, they need to be replaced. Now, just because the wear washers may be worn doesn't necessarily mean that the suspension bushings are worn. Otherwise, these look pretty good. They can stay in service. Finally, we'll check the shock bushings. The shock bushings are located right where the shock bolts into. They're just a rubber bushing. If you can twist the shock and notice quite a bit of play, they need to be replaced. This strap right here helps protect the shock from overextending if you ever lift the trailer up or go into some hilly areas. Another thing you want to check for is if you have any broken or bent bolts or any cracked mounts. The shock also may have a little bit of dirt or oil film on the bottom of the shock right here. Just because there's a little bit of dirt or oil film doesn't mean it's leaking. If the shock has clear oil runs running down the tube, it needs to be replaced. These shocks look pretty good. They can stay in service. I've shown you 3 different suspension parts to check. Making sure that these parts aren't worn and are in good operating condition will keep your trailer riding smooth down the road.